Hello, I am currently on board the Disney Magic. The last time I came on this ship, I was this small. It was its inaugural year, and it was 1999. I was 9 years old. It has been many years since I've been on the Magic. I've done the Dream, I've done the Wish, and I've done the Fantasy. So I'm excited to go back on a little bit of a smaller ship. So far, we got on board, and we decided to do you can do sit-down dining when you arrive, as opposed to heading up to Cabanas for the buffet. And typically, my onboard experience for the buffet is usually pretty lackluster, to put it. It's usually just a salad. So my coworkers that I'm with, we decided we were going to do the sit down. So they were doing it at Rapunzel's for lunch, and there was not a single item on the menu that we were given that was plant-based. So they were going to offer me just salad, and I was like, can I at least get pasta? Because there was pasta on the menu. So they did give me a penne. It was just like tossed with like oil, and then some steamed vegetables. It was incredibly mediocre and exactly what I was expecting. So far so good. They did also have vegan butter for the rolls, and our assistant server was also vegan, so yay. But yeah, so I am here for work. We are going to be exploring a lot and learning a lot, but I'm also going to try and eat whatever I can. So you're going to come along with me. Today is day one. Tomorrow we go to Lookout Cay, and then we go to Nassau, I believe, and then we have a day at sea, and then I go home. So let's get into it, I guess.
Oh, hello, everyone. Welcome to the party.
And of course, we never forget about everyone's favorite pal. We got the big guy, Mickey. Hi, folks. Glad to see ya. Game's all here.
I'm obsessed with these. I love doing the Halloween on the high seas because I love these little faces that they always put on all the windows. I just think they're so cute. This kids club is set up a little differently than the Dream, the Fantasy, and the Wish. So typically the Oceaneer Club and the Oceaneer Lab are directly next to each other. On the ship they are not. So if you want them to be doing more craft activities, then they need to go to the Oceaneer Lab. But if you just want them to go play, then you've got the Oceaneer Club. So certain times they have open house. So like right now they have an open house where you can go in. I came in on the first day as well, so I have footage of that so you can see it. So you just have to go down a little bit towards the atrium, but that is where you will find the Oceaneer Lab. And then on the board over here, they do have what the activities are that day. So then if you want to go through it with the kid and let them choose when they want to go and what they want to do, it's really nice. You give them the opportunity to make that choice themselves. Alright, so earlier I was walking through here and I thought they did not connect the two Oceaneer clubs. However, I was informed that they have this little secret walkway between, so that way is the lab and then that way is the play place. So that's fun. Only kids can go through here. They get their own little porthole window so they can see nothing except for the boats. But that's a fun little way for them to get from place to place. We had Animator's Palate for dinner last night. I have eaten eaten at Animator's Palate on the Dream and the Fantasy. So the menu was basically the same, which I was fine with because out of all of the on-menu vegan options that Disney Cruise Line offers, that one's one of my favorites. Typically when I sail any cruise line period, the first night sucks for food because you have to get to know your servers and you have to explain that you're vegan, and usually everything takes forever. Not the case last night. Our assistant server, Mimi, bless her, her sister's vegan, and so whenever I was like, oh, I'm vegan, she immediately was like, I got non-dairy butter, went and ran to grab it, and it was like immediately in front of me. And it was nice and like already melty, which was really nice because usually they're like rock hard and cold. And she said I could have the plain rolls, so I asked her if I could just have those separate because we were dining with a large group and I did not want to have bread that had touched everyone's and then have to figure out which one I can eat out of the 4 rolls that were in there and stuff. So she gave me my own little bowl of my crunchy rolls, so that was delicious. And then the only vegan appetizer there is, again, one of my favorites. It's this, it's like called like Arugula Leaves or something, salad. And it has this delicious mustard vinaigrette on it, and it's got white beans and beets. I could eat like just that for dinner, but I need like 6 more plates to be full. And it hit the spot for sure last night. And then the vegan entree is the black bean chipotle cakes, which aren't like amazing by any means, but they are tasty. They're like little mini black bean burger patties, and then it has kind of like the salsa on it, and it comes on a bed of rice with like vegetables and stuff, and it's like, it's fine. It's not amazing, but it's tasty and it kept me full. And like I said, out of all of the on-menu vegan options, that's usually one of my favorites. And then there was nothing on the menu for dessert, so our server went and got me something, and it was one I've had again at Animator's Palate before, and it was kind of like this chocolate brownie thing. I'm like 99.9% sure it's gluten-free as well, but it's this little like chocolate brownie thing, and then it has this like raspberry cream sauce, like a frosting-ish thing on it, but it's like more of like a mousse texture. Hopefully that makes sense. But it's always tasty. I did ask, so he asked if I wanted to make any special requests for tomorrow, and I had said that if I could get curry, because he was like, do you want pasta? And I was like, absolutely not, because like, can I have curry? And he's like, oh, you like curry? And I was like, please, yes. So I know that on the menu tonight, on the menu, it's a tofu ramen, I think, which I'm assuming is similar to whatever they gave us at the Marvel restaurant on the Wish, so I guess I'll find out. And then we are currently docking, as I'm sure you can hear, at Lookout Cay, and he said that there's no ability to special request meals on the island like Castaway, and so my option is going to be an island curry, which I think is like a coconut based one, so it should be really nice. I'm assuming it's going to be similar to one I had when I did Virgin Voyages, so hopefully that's good. If not, I'll just come back to the ship after I walk the mile back to the pier. But yeah, no, yesterday was good. We also did the Tangled show, which was beautiful. Tangled is like one of my favorite movies. I literally walked down the aisle to marry my husband to a song from Tangled, and it was really beautiful. And I got popcorn beforehand because of course I got popcorn. If I can have popcorn, I can have it, I will get it. But I was also so hungry because all I had was that plain pasta at Lumiere's and a lot of bread. I ate a lot of carbs yesterday, so that's okay. I expect nothing less on my first day, and I was full once I had food in my stomach, so that's fine too. Now let's talk about my breakfast this morning. So I went to Cabanas. All right, and this is Cabanas, your classic buffet. I'm just gonna pan in here and not walk through everything because there's a lot. But the buffet basically goes all the way down and around. There's seating back outside and there's seating inside. This is apparently where everyone is since no one's at the pool. They have a bunch of stuff that's marked vegetarian, but that doesn't obviously mean that it's vegan. So I immediately beelined for a coordinator, as I always do when I sail, and asked him, I was like, hey, I'm vegan. Is the oatmeal like cooked in water? And he was like, yeah. And he even said he said cream of wheat was too, but I feel like that doesn't make sense now that I'm thinking about it, but that doesn't matter. I could have like the potatoes and fruit, and then he pointed out where the omelet station was, and then was like, yeah, they can do a vegan omelet, and there's vegan sausage. And I was like, all right, bet, I'll do that. So I ordered an omelet. I got my classic spinach and mushroom and vegan cheese, and then he was just like, oh, also throw in a sausage, even though I didn't want it, but thank you, I guess, for the extra protein. And the thing says it's a patty. It's a Beyond sausage link per usual. Nothing new there. It took 40 minutes for them to do it. I don't know if they lost my order or what happened, but so they gave me like a little number, and I went and I sat down with it with my potatoes and my fruit, and ate my food. And then my friend was just like, is this normal? Does it usually take this long? And I was like, no, it doesn't. And so I had gone back over and I was like, hey, am I supposed to come back with my number because no one said anything? And he was like, no, we'll bring it to you. And then said something else about like waiting for it to be finished or something. And I was like, okay. And then like another 15 minutes later, I got my food and it was fine. The sausage could have been cooked a little bit more, but it's fine. I got to eat it, and I ate all of it except for like a little bit of the egg. They used like a vegan mozzarella, so I was surprised by that because I'm so used to it being like an orange cheese, because I was like, oh, they forgot my cheese, but they did not. They had it. So I'll probably just do oatmeal my next days. And I did see that Lumiere's has breakfast in the restaurant, and so they have like a vegan, like plant-based breakfast. It's essentially what I got up at Cabanas, but I think that we're gonna go do that one of these mornings, so I'll check that one out. But we are heading to Lookout Point at Lighthouse. Okay, I don't know, it's a mouthful. I can't remember at the top of my head right now. So I'm gonna go check that out. I'm gonna film it all, and so we can all see it together and then eat and hopefully find some shade. So let's go. All right, that meal overall was good, not great. The curry itself was really tasty, but it was very runny, and I was eating with a fork, so then I couldn't really get everything. So I would definitely see if you can get a spoon as well. And then the burger took a little bit, but whenever it came out, it was on a gluten-free bun, and it definitely wasn't a Bloomfield Farms because it was the driest bun I've ever eaten in my entire life. So I ended up not eating it with the bun. But I don't really know, like sometimes gluten-free stuff's not vegan, and I got a little nervous, so I was also just like, oh, I'm not gonna eat it. But everything else was good. The fruit was super fresh and delicious. All that was good. So now we're gonna go continue out to Serenity Bay, which is the adult only area, and then while my friends hang out at the beach, I'm just gonna go hang out at the ship because I don't do beaches. On deck 4 is where you will find the Walt Disney Theater. So tonight we have Disney Dreams. We have had Tangled, and then there was another retelling of Cinderella, but this is just one story, slopes down. It's very nice. My camera's probably gonna fog up, but this is where I've been spending most of my time. This is out on deck 4. Ooh, it's not too humid, maybe I'll be okay. You can see that they have loungers out here. This is a super chill, quiet area to hang out. It is kind of a walking track as well, so there might be people working out, but these chairs are super comfy and you're almost always in the shade. 10 out of 10, recommend these guys. Okay, so just past where I walked in to go outside is the Walt Disney Theater. Obviously you can see the sign over there. They have Preludes. It's hard to see, but it's way back there. That's where you can get your popcorn and drink for the shows. And then they have 2 of the stores over here. Got some of the Halloween merch. If meeting characters is on your list, you need to make sure you're checking the app because they will have special times in which they're meeting. We've got the Princess Gathering right now. So you've got some princesses hiding down here with the tree. You can't see her because she's tucked down right now, but Ariel is over there. But this is a spot. Oh, there's Tiana over here too. It is officially Halloween. We went trick-or-treating. They have an option to get allergy-friendly candy, and it's literally just dots and Tootsie Rolls. So I can eat the dots, so that's cool, but definitely don't expect it to be anything like they do at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So anyway. We have the art gallery over here. Got a Jeff Granito, he's always one of my favorites. We have some other stuff in my house, So Shutters is basically where you can go and head up to these little kiosks and scan your band or your key card and see the photos that you've taken. We did not do the photo package since I'm here for work, but I like to do the photo package usually because then I can have pictures of my family that I'm actually in, but my kid refuses to do anything with flashes anymore, so I'm out on those. But if you have a kid who's willing to take photos, then I definitely recommend because you can get some really cute character photos as well. So they do, of course, have jewelry on board. So if you're into that, you can buy that. Every Disney Cruise Line ship has a Buena Vista theater, so they'll show movies that are new or literally just came out. So our ship had Deadpool and Wolverine, and we've got Inside Out 2, and then of course Indiana Jones. All right, so next to the theater entrance, it actually shows every single movie that is playing during the sailing. So whenever you get on, you can decide a day that works, or if there's a movie that you want to see. That way you can plan it around your day and enjoy it. Tonight's dinner is in Rapunzel's. Super cute. They have like a whole little stage show they do. There's a lot of noise the whole time though. They have like musicians come through, and then you have Rapunzel, and then Flynn comes out as well, and then you've got 2 of the guys from the Snuggly Duckling as well, which was kind of cute and fun. I didn't get an appetizer, but they did give me a soup that they said was vegan. It was the asparagus soup. I only ate a little bit of it just because it was very, very creamy and I have trust issues, but it tasted good. And then they gave me a curry, which I had asked for the previous day. And then I wanted to get the ramen because I was curious if it was going to be like the one I had on the Wish at the Marvel restaurant. And it tasted exactly like that. So it was fine. The curry itself was not my favorite of my curries I've ever had on a Disney cruise. But it was fine. It was good. They had the bread that I always really like. So that was nice. And then my dessert, I had asked yesterday if they did the gluten-free vegan carrot cake at all on this ship, and he said he'd look into it. So they made me a carrot cake. It's definitely not the one that I was asking for, but I was very grateful and appreciative that he did that. So that was really nice. Tomorrow is Pirate Night, and we are going to Nassau. So I'm going to be off the ship doing work stuff to go tour a resort. So my food tomorrow will likely just be breakfast and dinner, but I might have a little sneaky snack depending on what the situation is over at that resort. But yeah, so far so good on these first 2 days. I hope you've enjoyed following along. I've eaten a lot of food. I've walked a lot. I think I did, last time I looked was like 16,000 steps just today, so I'm tired. I'm ready to go to sleep. Second seating is exhausting. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching and following along, and I'll see you for tomorrow.